lesson. The lessons that we learn from being blamed and shamed by others and ourselves is meant to help us find the innocence within us. So many of us lost our innocence, oftentimes at the hands of people we thought loved us, oftentimes overlooked and cast aside by people who were supposed to protect us. Every form of abuse leads to a loss of innocence for a child, because they don't know if they're innocent or not. As a child, we feel that what's happening is because we caused it. It's simply the mind of a child. And when you go through life feeling like you're not innocent, you're always wrong, you're not good enough, you can't do anything right, you can't get it together, everything in your reality will mirror that back to you. People will blame you. People will accuse you of doing things you didn't do. And if you allow that external catalyst to help you to find your innocence, you are then able to reclaim your power. The purpose of inner child healing is to reclaim the inner child characteristics, and one of them is innocence. Children are innocent. Babies are innocent. Doesn't mean that they don't ever make mistakes. They're innocent because they don't assign a life-negating reason to whatever it is that they did that was considered to be wrong. I need you to really listen to me. And some of y'all gonna need to play this back, because I know I'm going a little fast, but this channel is coming through quickly. So in order for you to change your life and shift your relationship dynamics to where that's not happening to you, is for you to see your own self as innocent. How do you see yourself? How do you talk to yourself when you make mistakes, when you mess up? How do you feel when people are mad at you, or you think people are mad at you? Do you feel responsible? Do you feel like their anger is your fault? Do you feel like it's something that you're supposed to fix? Because if you do, that is a sign that you have lost your innocence. You don't see the purity in yourself anymore. You only see the flaws and the inadequacies. And so many of us are confused about things that's in our life, and we're like, why? And so I ask you, do you treat yourself like you're innocent? Do you treat yourself like you're pure? It's not about perfection. It's not about never making mistakes. But do you assign a life-negating meaning to your mistakes? Because if you do, that vibrational frequency can only attract people, places, and things into your life that are going to reinforce that belief. When I walked the tantric path and started doing path workings with Lilith, Nyama, Isis, Sekhmet, and many others, I studied Carl Jung, and I was able to find common denominators in the things that I learned on that journey, in my own life's journey. And I was able to actually get in touch with my inner child. Nothing worked before that. Not even shadow work alone didn't work before that. I needed some form of spiritual reparenting. In order for me to do that, I needed to have a spiritual perspective of who I am. Many of us who come to this world to leave a legacy in this world, to make it more beautiful than the world that we inherited, many of us chose relationships in our soul contract that would challenge our innocence. So it wasn't something happening to you just happening to you to destroy you. It was to help you to be able to reclaim the sovereignty of your soul. Because we're all here to have a life experience. We're born to make mistakes. None of us are perfect, and none of us will not ever reach perfection in this lifetime. Not in the way that it's been given to us, but who says that you're not perfect just the way you are right now? See, every mistake that you have ever made, anything that you have ever done that was hurtful or that you did wrong to someone, that was something that could have taught somebody a lesson. How much wiser did you become because of mistakes that other people made in the way that they handled you? Did it teach you something? If it did, then that is proof that you are on a path of empowerment, a path of enlightenment. There is purity and innocence in all of us. And if you are trying to change the external parts of your life without changing the internal world, you are only perpetuating and reinforcing the wound program that we received when we were born into this false womb matrix, where our suffering feeds the parasitic entities who are void of emotion. So they need to feel the frequency of emotion through us. And whatever you feed the most, wherever you make the most deposits emotionally, that's what's going to be the determining factor of what you attract into your life. And so I am telling you, from doing the work, don't make the mistake that I made. I made the mistake of trying to remain nice, trying to keep sparing people's feelings and pleasing people. But I was doing it, and I was stabbing my own self in my heart each and every time. Now there is a way that you can do this without being someone who creates chaos. There is a way. There are phrases that you can use that disarm negativity, that neutralize the negative energy in the simulated reality meant to feed the energetic parasites. Some call them archons. It can be done. And because I have walked all spiritual paths that I could reach, and due to my psychic spiritual abilities, I am speaking not just from experience, but from the Akashic records. You must see yourself as innocent, because if you cannot see yourself as innocent, you will be incapable of truly forgiving yourself for the mistakes that you make. And in order to see yourself as innocent, that wounded inner child inside of you that thought everything was happening because of something that they did wrong, that child still exists inside of you, sitting inside of you right now saying, why does daddy hurt my feelings so bad? Why does mama hit me? Why do they say these things to me? I must be bad. I must be a good for nothing. And that child needs someone to cultivate innocence with. And that has to start with you. In psychology, this is known as reparenting. It's this self-realization, self-deification for my fellow spiritual mystics out there. And it is my personal belief, and I stand on this, that the way that I have learned to attain these things is something that will work for anybody who is able to approach it with innocence, with purity of heart. And if you're not there yet, that's okay, but the intention on being innocent. And the next time somebody blames you for something, accuses you or something, you won't have to get defensive, because you'll know that you're innocent. Even if you did make the mistake, you'll be able to apologize and move on from it and forgive yourself, because you know that you are innocent, and you know that even your mistakes is somebody else's upgrade, if they allow it to be.